9 Ways Judaism Teaches Us to Be Kind to Animals by Rosalie Saltzman. As we spend more time outdoors and in the country, we are surrounded with other creatures of God's creation, whether caterpillars or butterflies, bees or lizards, squirrels or chipmunks, frogs or deer. We have to show respect to other creatures who share our world. The Torah instructs us to be kind to animals, to treat them with respect and consideration because they are creations of God. Here are 9 ways that Judaism teaches us to be compassionate to animals. 1. Don't cause needless pain to animals. Causing any unnecessary pain to animals is prohibited. The Torah commands, "You shall not see your brother's donkey or his ox fallen under its load on the road and ignore them." We are required to help unload an overburdened pack animal as quickly as possible, even if the animal belongs to a wicked person or your enemy, in order not to cause any needless pain to the animal. Killing animals for sport, teasing cats, cruelly chasing squirrels, and bullying any animal would also be wrong. There are only 7 Noahide laws, universal laws of morality that everyone must keep, Jew and non-Jew alike, and one of them is not eating the limb of a live animal. Number 2, be considerate to mother birds. Did you hear about a special mitzvah or good deed called Shiluah Hakin? If someone wants to take eggs from a nest, they must first send away the mother bird. There are some who explain that the reason for this mitzvah or good deed is so as not to cause added grief to the mother bird in seeing her eggs being taken. Number 3, feed your animals first. If you have animals, like on a farm, or pets, like fish, hamsters, a dog, or cat, they must be fed a meal before you eat. Yes, even before you sit down to breakfast. Number 4, milk animals even on the Sabbath. Ordinarily, milking a cow is forbidden to do on the Sabbath for the Jewish people. However, in order not to cause pain to the animal, one would be permitted to milk a cow on the Sabbath. The best way to do this would be without our personal involvement, like through a milking machine that is attached to a timer or by a non-Jew. However, if neither option is available, the cow must be milked manually as usual. You are doing this for the cow, to relieve it, not for yourself to consume the milk. And that's why we would not use this milk for our own consumption. Number 5, don't neuter animals. It is forbidden to spay or neuter animals. You are not allowed to interfere with their natural propagation or deny them progeny. Number 6, compassionate killing. Although we are permitted to eat animals, and it is a mitzvah to do so at certain times, like the Sabbath and holy days, the species we are allowed to eat must be killed through kosher ritual slaughter. There are many laws for how this must be done, including using a very sharp knife without any serrations in order not to needlessly hurt the animal. The laws of kosher ritual slaughtering are the most painless and compassionate way to kill an animal. 7, feed birds. On the Sabbath, Shida, we read the Torah portion of Beshkalach that speaks of the manna that God sent daily for the sustenance of the Jewish nation in the desert. It is customary to leave crumbs of bread to feed birds before the Sabbath, in appreciation for them foiling the plans of Datan and Aviram, who tried to discredit Moses. Moses instructed the nation that the manna would fall daily and only each day's needs should be collected. The exception would be Sabbath, and a double portion should be collected on Friday. Datan and Aviram put out manna to make it seem that the manna had fallen on the Sabbath and caused the nation to sin. The birds ate up this manna before the nation awoke, and in gratitude we feed them on this Sabbath. 8. Remember the kindness of animals. The Torah urges us to remember the debt we owe certain animals, like the ravens who brought food to Elijah the prophet, the dogs who didn't bark during the plague of the firstborn in Egypt, the lions who didn't eat Daniel when he was thrown into their den, and the aforementioned birds. Although, of course, these animals were acting according to divine will, we still remember and appreciate their actions. 9. Learn from animals. We are taught to learn from the good qualities of animals. King Solomon, who was the wisest man ever, was known to be able to talk to animals and pointed out the wisdom of animal behavior. Go to the ant, you sluggard, see its ways and grow wise. Proverbs 6:6. King Solomon even had a zoo for which he imported exotic animals. For the king had ships that went to Tarshish, which would return carrying gold, silver, ivory, and monkeys and peacocks. That's Chronicles 11:9-21. The Talmud also teaches that we can learn much from the animals. Rabbi Yochanan said, had we not been given the Torah, we would have been able to learn about the virtues of modesty from the cat, respect for the other people's property from the ant, and loyalty from the dove. Animals are not only God's creatures, but God's teachers. One of the characteristic traits of Jews is their compassion. That compassion must extend to both Jew and non-Jews alike, as well as all creatures, great and small.